12 shot across July 4th celebrations, including several children in Brooklyn. 12 people were shot across 3 boroughs on July 4th, 5th as Independence Day celebrations gave way to bloodshed. The worst of the incidents happened in Brooklyn's Coney Island, where 4 children were injured in a mass shooting at a family barbecue in the front courtyard of 2929 West 31st Street near Surf Avenue just before 10:40 p.m. on July 4th. According to Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch, an unidentified male shooter in all black clothing and wearing a ski mask walked up to the fence line and began firing numerous shots into the courtyard. The individual then fled on foot southbound on West 30th Street towards Surf Avenue. There is no indication at this time that there was any argument or altercation at the barbecue before the shooting occurred, Tisch said during an early morning press conference. Officers from the 60th Precinct rushed to the scene after a 911 call reported that multiple people had been shot and came upon a scene of bloody carnage in which 8 people in total were wounded by the gunfire. Upon arrival, cops found a 6-year-old boy with a gunshot wound to the abdomen, a 7-year-old boy with gunshot wounds to both legs, and a 12-year-old boy who has been shot in one leg. A 14-year-old boy was also injured when he was struck in the thigh. Meanwhile, a 21-year-old suffered a bullet wound to the chest, and a 25-year-old woman was hit in the leg. Finally, a 33-year-old man was also hit by gunfire in his chest, and a 37-year-old man was struck in the shoulder. EMS rushed the 8 victims to nearby hospitals. The 21-year-old woman is in critical condition. The others are listed in stable condition. Tisch added that a gang-related homicide occurred on the same block last week, and an investigation is underway to determine if the 2 incidents are related in any way. A gun with an extended magazine was recovered on the scene, along with at least 10 shell casings. The incident left Mayor Zohran Madani outraged. There is no place for this kind of violence in our city, Madani said during the July 5th press conference. Meanwhile, gun violence erupted across other parts of the city on the 4th and 5th of July. According to police sources, the first incident unfolded in Queens at around 9:33 p.m. on July 4th when officers from the 103rd Precinct responded to a 911 call about an assault in front of an apartment building located at 148-25 89th Avenue in Jamaica. When officers arrived, they found an unidentified man with a gunshot wound and a 19-year-old man with a slash wound to the face. EMS rushed both individuals to Jamaica Hospital, where the unnamed man was listed in critical but stable condition. The 19-year-old man is listed in stable condition. No arrests have been made in this case, and the investigation remains ongoing. In the Bronx, a 32-year-old I'm going to read this again. In the Bronx, a 32-year-old man was shot and wounded near the corner of Grand Concourse and East Mount Eden Avenue at around 10:38 p.m. on July 4th. EMS rushed him to Lincoln Hospital, where he was listed in stable condition. Less than an hour later, a 15-year-old was shot multiple times at an apartment building at 1595 Madison Avenue in East Harlem at about 11:15 p.m. on Saturday. Officers from the 23rd Precinct transported him in their vehicle to Harlem Hospital, where he is expected to survive. Finally, at 1:42 a.m. on July 5th, a 34-year-old man walked into Lincoln Hospital after suffering a gunshot wound at an unidentified location. He is listed in stable condition. The shocking outburst of gun violence occurred just days after Tish and Madani announced that the NYPD had reported the fewest shooting on record during the first 6 months of 2026. Even amid great concern about an increase in gun violence involving teenagers. Anyone with information regarding any of the July 4th, 5th shootings can call Crime Stoppers at 800-577-TIPS. For Spanish, dial 888-57-PISTA. You can also submit tips online at crimestoppers.nypdonline.org or on X, formerly Twitter, at NYPD Tips. All calls and messages are kept confidential. That's all I have to say for this video.